What's good? It's your boy Ben, and I'm back with another video. And I'm just talking about life in general. Hope everybody's doing well. It's a late video, late post, but I want to get right into it. So the name of this video is "Watch Out, People Are on the Scam." And so let me tell you how this young brother was out and about in my neighborhood talking about saving me money on my utilities, my electric, and the whole nine. So let's get into it. So I'm getting off work and see a couple young brothers, they going through the neighborhood in my complex, and they talking about they knocking door to door, and one of them approached me. He's like, "Hey, how you doing today, sir?" You know, the whole spiel. "You know, my name is such and such, man. How you doing this evening?" I said, "I'm doing fine, brother." And he's like, "Yeah, man, so we was in the area. We trying to save people money on their utilities and lights and gas and this, that, and the third." And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm with." He's like, "So who are you with?" I was like, "Obviously, you know, DTE." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, so we can give you a better rate. And, you know, we just want to kind of just, you know, just look at your bill, or if you have your home address and a zip code." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, not at this time." So anytime if these people are met with an objective, that was the objective. You told them that you didn't want to like subscribe, or just don't want to, you know, you're fine with your current carrier, right? And he was like, "Oh, I understand that. Yeah, you know, most people, you know, they're really good. They're comfortable with their current carrier, but look, I can give you a better rate." Now, keep in mind, now most people, if they're, you know, kind of financially strapped for cash, or if they're trying to save money, you know, anybody would like to save money on their utilities or anything in the way of lights and gas, right? Because that's money that you can dedicate to going out to eat, or, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It can be allotted to something else, right? But at the end of the day, you know, these people are not going to save you any type of money. Let me put it in context, okay? Check this out.
Warning for DTE customers interested in lowering their rates.
It comes after one man says his bill doubled unexpectedly after receiving a suspicious call. Fox News' Scott Wolchak is working for you with more from that man and the response from DTE.
I know when I'm getting ripped off.
84-year-old Thomas Maycock putting out a warning to others after a phone call from a company claiming to lower his gas rates.
We have a program now that we have lower rates, and would you like to be a member of that?
Thomas says the woman on the line told him he had to say yes. He knew that was suspicious, so instead he said,
"If you lower my gas bill, then I'll agree to it. Otherwise, I'm not saying yes." You see, she says, "Well, we can lower your gas bill where you can see the difference."
That difference?
Every bill has been double or more.
And he didn't catch on until he started checking the receipts. Confusingly, the bill still came through DTE, but showed the price he was now paying compared to DTE's rate.
They sent me a bill for $224, and it should have been $76. This is the DTE gave me these prices today. Then they sent me a bill for $335. It should have been $110.09. Then they sent me a bill for $325, and it should have been $107. Then they sent me another bill for $326. It should have been $102.
He was able to cancel the service, but now he's out $1,400 in total.
Now I'm gonna call my attorney on it and see, but my main reason is I don't want other people scam. I know older people usually trust folks that what they mean and what they say, but this is not the case. This is a scam.
Is this a scam? Technically, no, this is not a scam. This is something that the state of Michigan allows.
Rosanna Lorraine is a manager with DTE. She says what Thomas experienced is quite common. Michigan allows you to sign up with alternative energy companies, but their prices may be way different than what you're expecting.
For these alternative gas suppliers, they can make their offers. They're not regulated, and it's subject to whatever the terms and conditions of the agreement that customers sign.
The tricky part, your bill still comes through DTE because the company's in charge of ensuring your gas is safe. So you might not realize what you signed up for. DTE says it doesn't go door to door and doesn't call people to offer limited time discounts. And if you aren't sure, you can always call DTE to double check. Scott Walczek, Fox 2 News.
Those people actually going door to door trying to sell you what could be a raw deal.
Yeah, they're trying to sign you up for cheaper gas heat, but the experts say don't fall for it. 7 investigator Jonathan Carlson live tonight on that story for us. Jonathan?
Yeah, good evening. The 7 investigators have learned that these smooth talkers are knocking on front doors all over the metro, and the experts say do your homework before saying yes. Just this week, 2 women have been going door to door in this Detroit neighborhood, reportedly identifying themselves as representatives of Just Energy, an alternative energy supplier. The pitch, they'll lower your gas bill substantially lower than the big guys like DTE. You have to sign a multi-year contract with a lot of fine print.
The girls walk up the block, knocking on everybody down, like asking people to sign up for the Just Energies.
This young man was home when the knock came. His dad, who is camera shy, says
they've been doing it for about a year, yeah.
About a year now.
Yeah. We already having it struggling enough around here, you know, without having somebody else trying to take money out of our pockets, you know.
We heard from others on the street who fell for the smooth-talking saleswomen and signed up, only to find a short time later it wasn't the deal they thought, and they now had to fight to get out of that contract or face heavy fines and fees. Here's what the 7 investigators learned about Just Energy. That company was charged with consumer fraud by the Illinois Attorney General in 2008, and they've had more complaints than one can count in the U.S. and Canada. They're among a handful of alternative energy suppliers fighting for your business. But the Better Business Bureau says, be careful.
I've seen this problem before. They say they're a third-party supplier of natural gas, and they say they can offer you a better price over these bigger companies. With door-to-door salespeople, they're always going to be pressuring you. Don't let these sales tactics pull you in.
The Bureau says never make a decision at the door. High-pressure tactics are often a red flag. Make sure you understand the fine print before signing anything, and check the company's complaint records online before signing. The BB&B says these companies often prey on the poor and elderly, those without the means to do the proper vetting. And we did more digging on that company, Just Energy. They're based in Canada and have offices here in Metro Detroit. They told us in a statement that those fraud charges are years old and they've taken steps to better themselves. They also say that they don't guarantee savings. However, we heard something different from those people that had interactions with those salespeople. We're live tonight. I'm Jonathan Carlson, 7 Action News.
Gotta be so careful. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Okay, I'm back. So you just saw right there that he wasn't necessarily out and about, but he was called at home, or it's been situations where people had a knock on their door, you know, and spoke to the people at the door, and pretty much they were pretty much scammed into, you know, giving the information, and then lo and behold, they get their bill the following month, and where's the savings? Where's my rate being changed? And they and come to find out, they have actually signed up for even more expensive bill. How does that feel, man? You never, people, if you ever got scammed, that's the worst feeling in the world, man. That's the worst feeling in the world. You want to hurt somebody. You want to crash out. So all I'm just saying is don't fall for the scam. These people are not saving you no money. They're not doing you no justice. You're going to go through the whole rigmarole of trying to call customer service. Get out of this whole horrible deal, and who's to say there's no there are cancellation fees on top of the high bill that they told you that they was going to save you money on. And at the end of the day, you are left picking up the pieces. So just don't even entertain it. And if you want to entertain it, do your due diligence. Don't give your information to a person with a tablet. If they got an office or something like that, hey, maybe I can meet you at your office, or I just don't want to do it, because they're gonna press to get your information. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. And if you got somebody in your family that's doing this type of work, share this video with them. And if you're actually doing this work, man, I would highly recommend that you probably would consider doing something else. And keep in mind, these people, they do make a lot of money, because they are commissioned people, man. They get money, they get kickbacks off of the signups, right? I don't know if it's residual, however long you stay with them, they get money. And they just betting on the fact that you don't even recognize that your bill is higher. So, if you have been a victim of this, just, call DTE or call the number on the bill, the additional company that the one that's piggybacking on DTE, and just disconnect from the service. And y'all be safe out there. I appreciate my 32 subscribers, man. Shout out to y'all at this time of taping. I appreciate all those who just took the time to watch this video rather. I appreciate that as well. If you casually just see my videos, you see my face popping up every now and then, you click on my videos and hear what I got to say, I appreciate that as well too. And if you are not a subscriber and you like content like this, subscribe to the channel. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you viewing too, so that helps me out as well. All right, I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. Don't get scammed. Peace.